there, my name is Samuel and welcome back to another video where today we shall be taking a look at some new LEGO DC photos which were revealed yesterday at 4 PM GMT time, that is Greenwich Mean Time, and this honestly is really interesting. This is for the Batman, which this actually, funnily enough, gave us our first look at the Riddler and also Alfred and technically Penguin because we've not had an official look but we've had like a leak, I believe, so still that nevertheless is what it is. But yeah, this is really exciting because we actually had no photo factory leaks of any of this, no catalogue leaks, literally nothing, which that never happens in the LEGO space anymore, so that was really exciting just to see some high quality photos, because some of these, like especially the Batmobile, I don't think would have looked that good in blurry images. But yeah, let's take a look at these sets, which these will be releasing. Now this is a little bit weird, these will be releasing January 1st 2022, but in Northern America, so that's of course America, Canada and Mexico, these will be releasing on November 1st, so I don't know why they're going there early, but I mean, sure, maybe that's an error, but you can pre-order them, so I'd say pre-order them while you can, because if LEGO have messed up, maybe they'd give you VIP points. Not really sure there, but that's sort of my train of thought. So yeah, we've actually got one Technic and 3 system scale set, so that is what it is. Honestly, they look pretty interesting, so let's jump straight into the Technic set, which we have got the 42127, the Batmobile. This is a Technic set, and if you didn't know, basically just a brief I want to say on the movie, it's meant to be a bit more less technological and more about Batman being a detective, which I really like that, because Batman isn't meant to be this like over really gory, like really what's the word, really brutal fighter with all this like technology. He's meant to have that in some versions, but if you look at Batman the original, he had a really silly costume and stuff like that. So point being, I think this is really cool, and that's why the car isn't so souped up and it's more like a generic car, which that is my problem with this set. It honestly looks too generic. I don't look at this and go the Batmobile. If this had just a Technic box and it didn't say the Batman and I didn't know what the Batman was, I'd be like, what are you on about? This is not the Batmobile. But anyway, this honestly I think looks really neat, and this does include 1,360 pieces, $100, 100 euros and 90 British pounds. And this, I think, yeah, it looks neat as a car, but I mean, I'm not really interested in it. Though looking at the back, that looks incredible. The Technic looks fantastic at the back, and it actually, the bonnet can open up. The doors, of course, can open. There is the box art at the back. I think that looks really neat. You can see all the features I just listed, and it is actually, where does it say, 45 centimeters long, or that is 17.7 inches, so that is fairly large, and there is an interior shot, so that is what that looks like. Will I get it? Most likely, it is a DC set, but nevertheless, that'll be one more down the line. So now let's quickly take a look at the Batman minifigure. Of course, they have made a new suit for him, so taking a look, starting off with the sets with this minifigure, he's in all three of them, but there is sadly no changes. So the body detailing looks fantastic, the leg printing looks fantastic, but then you look to the side, it's not double-sided. Why? I thought we was getting to the end of this bit of like lazy detailing, lack of detailing rather, sorry. It honestly doesn't look that good from the front. It looks fantastic. Then you look at the side and you're like, oh, what is that? It's exactly like the Iron Spider suit. Like, I look at it from the side, I look at it now, and I'm like, what is that? It looks like he's wearing like an apron or something. So yeah, that honestly doesn't work. This needed to be dual molded or something like that. It honestly isn't that good. I'm really disappointed with that. And then the helmet is another problem. The helmet, the ears on the bat helmet, on the cowl rather, sorry, are way too tall, and the chin strap, they should not be a chin strap. So the problem is here, he's got the legs that aren't dual molded. They look fine, the printing looks fantastic, but the dual molding lets it down, and then the helmet should be the short one, though we've all got a short one, so as there's a few, let you get 3 of them, I will have a spare to, you know, put it on there, so that will look really cool. But then also, you have the 2012 Batman face, and I think it's also one of the 2017 or 2018 Batman movie ones, because there is a smiling, a grin, and a stern expression, so that is of course 3. Another thing, why didn't we get a new Patterson face? Because if you look, he actually has some, like, I think eyeshadow or something around his eyes, which looks really awesome. That shot in the trailer, you can see it on the screen now. That is what they should have done. They should have had his eyes looking through the cowl and had like the black rings around his eyes. That would have looked fantastic as a minifigure. Like, that would have been detailed, that would have been fantastic, but sadly they didn't, and we have this face for Robert Pattinson, which honestly I think looks really nice. Apparently it might be a reuse, I'm not really sure on that part, and the hairpiece looks really good as well, though it would have been absolutely incredible for the Batman face to look like he did in the trailer, because that is a pretty awesome like shot. I remember thinking, whoa, that looks really awesome. So the Batman minifigure is sadly a letdown, but what I'm thinking is, I've got a bit of a theory that I came up with about half an hour ago, and I'm really thinking about it, so I'll talk about that at the end. explained in the final bit. But now let's go on to the set. So of course we've got the 76179 Batman and Selena Kyle motorcycle pursuit, and this will be $15, 15 euros, and £13. Which honestly, it's really interesting that they're calling her Selena Kyle. So maybe she doesn't get the like Catwoman name maybe until, I don't know, the second movie, the third, the fourth, I don't know, TV show, whatever there is. But yeah, this set honestly looks really cool, kind of nostalgic in a way for me. But the Bat bike looks a little bit big, but I still think it looks fine. The Selena's motorcycle looks great too, and like the Bat signal looks really cool too. Though I really wanted them to do a light up brick somewhere along the line they did when they did the 140-part Ultimate Batmobile vehicle from the 2018 range, I believe, of the Batman movie. So that honestly is a disappointment. Actually, no, sorry, that would have been summer 2017. But still, Matt, it looks okay. You have a chain as well. I'm not really sure. Maybe that's what she uses to fight. But yeah, it's a very interesting one. And she doesn't actually have like a Catwoman like ear cowl as well. So that is really interesting. And next up, we've got the 76181. So it actually skips a couple numbers, which is really interesting to see. We have Batmobile, the Penguin Chase, which this honestly looks pretty awesome. The car doesn't look like the Batmobile, but I like the fact that it sort of looks like a bit of a unique vehicle, but it looks more realistic. So that honestly is really incredible. Like, this is more of a vehicle that I could see walking in a shop to get. The windows look absolutely incredible. The window shield looks absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I think the build honestly looks really neat. Taking a look at the back, that honestly looks fantastic. And the new Penguin minifigure is also really cool. And there also you can see Bruce's face again. And there's actually one new shot. I believe that is the new stud shooter we are getting next year. So that honestly is really cool. And that Penguin minifigure, it doesn't look like the classic Penguin that we know, but they've gone for a different version. And I really like the printing. I think that figure is honestly so fantastic. So yeah, that is a really neat minifigure. And now let's go on to the final set. Now this is where it gets, oh no, sorry, I need to say the price. $30, 30 euros and £25. Now we'll have 392 pieces. And strange, it's gone back to £25. So I'm not sure if the price changing in Europe is affecting England here, because we use Great British pounds instead of sterling technically instead of a euro. So that is an interesting note for you outside of England here or Europe or anywhere like that. We have got the 76183 Batcave, the Riddler face-off. Why is it called the Riddler face-off? I don't know. The name really sounds a little bit weird, but yeah, taking a look at this set, honestly, this looks really cool. 581 pieces, $80, 80 euros, oh, that's a little bit expensive, and £60. Honestly, I think this should have been maybe fit. Well, I don't know, £60 seems okay. In fact, I think it is a fair deal. But looking at the pieces, I know we shouldn't big parts, and I always say against, but if we look at it, I would say £50, maybe $60, 60 euros, 65, maybe 65 and £50. I think that would be fine. But yeah, taking a look, this looks fantastic. The two left and the right parts with the tools and the massive map can actually move. The map also has a like layout of Gotham City in the way of a question mark, which honestly looks fantastic, and it looks really cool. It looks like a subway station for maybe an old Wayne terminus. Yeah, so it's probably a Wayne train line, which is really interesting. You can see we have some ramps there, and we've got some staircases. We've got a computer to the left, we've got a bike, and yeah, this honestly looks really cool. We've also got a jail cell. We've also got like a little tray or a little area for Bruce to have a drink, or for Alfred to pick up the tray and give him one. So that's really cool. And you've got maybe a fuel station, I think. Yeah, that is a fuel station on the right hand side there. And the lights look really cool, and the clock tower part, or the clock, sorry, that's to the future on my mind here. The little clock part looks really cool, and the computer honestly looks absolutely fantastic. I think it looks really cool. And yeah, that is what it looks like. Now let's take a look at the minifigures here. This honestly is absolutely fantastic. So we've got Batman, we've seen that. We've got Selena Kyle, so you don't actually need a small one to get that. We've then got Alfred minifigure, which honestly I really like the look of this. Apparently it's James Jonason's body print from the Daily Bugle, but still I think it looks really fine. We got Jim Gordon, which looks pretty awesome. And then we've got Bruce in this like disguise, which I think is really neat. And then of course we have got the Riddler. So that honestly is fantastic. I think this looks really cool, and I can't wait for this Batman movie. But yeah, that is what it looks like. Honestly, this is a really awesome set. So that will step you back in England £98 £200 to get them also, or all three of them. I'm not including the minifigure one. So you guys better start saving. That's a lot of chunk of money. That is a big change, a big wad of money that is. And there's also a chain in it again. So I presume that is for Selena to, I don't know, use or something like that. Which then you have these 3 tiles that you can use a magnifying glass for. So yeah, this honestly looks absolutely incredible. I really like the look of this. And also you can remove the screen. You can pull that off so you can park the Batmobile there. Honestly, is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, that is all the Batman sets. Honestly, this looks really awesome. What I'm thinking now, so this is my little theory I wanted to say. So the Batman figure isn't that detailed. If we then compare it to what they did with the Christian Bale minifigure this year, in the big D2C, the direct-to-consumer set, they gave a detailed version. So what if they do a massive D2C? We'd had it for the last 3 years with the 1989 Batmobile, Batwing, and then we had the tumbler from the Dark Knight trilogy. What if the time of the movie we have a £200 roughly sort of around that mark, and it is the Batmobile. From there it is brick built, and we get some really detailed minifigures. I'm not sure who else are there do. Maybe if Batman has a love interest in this series, maybe if there's another villain, maybe it's a better version of the Riddler without his mask, something like that. Then we get a proper Batman minifigure with arm printing, dual molded, I would say a better face print with the eyes and everything. I think that would look absolutely fantastic, and I really hope we do, because like I said, that shot, I'm just going to show it again, that shot is really awesome, and I really like that shot. I think it's great. So yeah, these are really exciting. I'm a bit confused why America are getting them early, but hey, that doesn't bother me, because I've got other things that I want to save for and do it like that. So yeah, thank you all for watching this video. What do you think of these sets? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below, and until the next video, I'll see you there. Bye for now.